Yo, what is everybody? Welcome back to Otaku Lifestyle, and today we are starting a new series called Overrated, Underrated Anime Edition. Now I'm here with my boy Chris.
Yo, what's up?
Jaden, as always. Yep. So let's just jump right into it. What series are we doing? So pick a series.
First five on the list.
First five?
Yeah.
Alright, bam. So number one, we're going to start with Sword Art Online. Now, we are basing this off of my anime list rating and off media hype. So whether or not it's very popular within the media, within the community itself, or not. So Sword Art Online. So we'll start off.
I think it's fine.
So the score for my anime list is a 7. So it's a 7 overall between the 3 seasons that they have. Alicization might be a little higher than that, but other than that, it's pretty much a 7 across the board.
I think media hype is lower than that.
Honestly, I gotta say that media hype might be a bit over because of how, basically with the whole metaverse that they're trying to do, like a whole Sword Art Online type of game. So I think that it's gonna be getting a lot more hype.
I think with the common audience, I think it is a little bit overhyped because like everybody has that first experience when you first watch Sword Art Online. That's like your favorite anime, like with everything that's involved in it.
So overall, would you say is overrated or underrated?
I would have to say currently right now it's underrated.
I think it's fine.
I think it's a clean, fine rating.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I honestly I hear a lot of shit about it. A lot of people talk shit about it. A lot of people say that it's really good. And again, like what Jaden said, you know, some people start off with Sword Art Online as one of their first series, and you know, if it's one of your first series, you're gonna really enjoy it and really think that it's like, wow, this is so cool. But as time goes on, you experiment and you find more stuff. You're gonna be like, this actually isn't as good as I thought it was. But I think I would have to agree with Jaden that it is a solid set. Like it's a fine. Like the way it is, it's fine. I don't really think it's overrated or underrated as of right now.
So alright, so next what we have is My Hero Academia. Now based off of the My Anime list, it is a solid 8. And honestly, I have to agree with that rating. Me personally, I'm a big fan of My Hero Academia. I've been collecting it for quite some time now. And the overall media hype is pretty up there because of the movies that have been coming out and basically the whole like cosplay community and everything.
Definitely the cosplay community. Like, remember we went to KinetiCon, so much My Hero. We saw a bunch of Dekus, saw Toga, just a bunch of cosplayers for My Hero. The hype for My Hero has been like extreme ever since it first aired, when the manga first came out. Like the media hype around it is like absolutely insane.
I don't know much to say about My Hero. I haven't watched it.
For me, go ahead.
I watched a little bit of the first season, like 2 years ago, I think, and I made it like halfway through and I just dropped it. It was a little boring, so I think I might say a little.
It gets better. It gets better.
I would say a little bit overrated for the 8, maybe like 6, 5-ish. Like the part that I watched.
Some of the seasons are rated lower than the 8, but like I think
season 5 like a 7.5 or something.
Yeah. So for me, I also did watch the first season of My Hero. I just didn't like it enough to really continue. I just wasn't really messing with the whole vibe of everything. I have seen like certain scenes and some fights and stuff like that I thought were pretty cool. I have thought about picking it back up to see what happens later on.
I have the manga if you ever want to just read it. I got it. I got volumes 1 through 30.
Haven't really decided on that, but yeah, you know, the media presence for My Hero, like it has a very large community, and you will see it all over social media. When you go to cons, someone's gonna be cosplaying a My Hero character or wearing My Hero merch or whatever. I think for me personally, I think that it's overhyped because I just think that I think the real reason why it's so overhyped, why everyone loves it, is just because it's a show that anybody can get into and it's really easy to get into. And again, it's like one of those shows that you could start as your first show, like how me personally, my generation, like we started with either Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, like that for newer generations is what My Hero is. And I feel like that's just why it has such a huge presence.
Honestly, I have to agree with you. It's overhyped in a few of like the non-so canon ships. How people are pushing for these two characters to be together, even though they're not really intended to be together, and how that just crosses like the social media
Yeah, it's known
far and wide.
known for having one of the worst fandoms.
Yeah, far and wide.
I think that my anime list scoring, I think I'd probably agree with Jaded. I think probably around a 6-ish. Media. So my anime list ratings, I believe, is overhyped. Media presence, I believe, overhyped as well.
I will have to disagree with my anime list rating with you. I think a solid 8, maybe even like an 8.5 would be fine. But that's my personal opinion.
I don't think media hype's overrated. I think it's fine because, as you said before, it's an easy show to get into for everybody. So of course it's gonna have high media hype, just like the Black Clovers, just like the Demon Slayers, just like the Borutos. They're easy to get into and to watch. So of course it's gonna be media hype.
All right. That is our final results for My Hero. Next, do you want to do?
All right. Well, next we're gonna talk about Hunter x Hunter. Now, Hunter x Hunter, the show.
Oh my God!
It's a show. It's a show.
It's a show, right? This is literally like everybody says that Hunter x Hunter is a top shonen, best shonen of all time.
But it's boring. I'm so sorry to tell you, it is boring.
Chris has finally started getting into it. I finished watching it not too long, a couple weeks ago, and I read the rest of the manga, like that last arc of the manga.
The Chimera arc is the best arc. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, like just
everything else before that.
Everybody
is so boring.
Everybody's famed acclaim of Hunter x Hunter is the Chimera arc. But that's because that's the only good arc in the whole entire series.
The Chimera arc does not warrant a 9.05 score.
No. My anime list score is a 9.05. Your one arc, your claim to fame, does not deserve a fucking 9 for the whole series. Because the first arc, the Hunter exam arc, boring as hell, awful. York New City, kinda good. Kurapika put in Phantom Troop members in fucking body bags. Then you had the game one, what was it called?
I don't remember.
Greed Island. Which one?
York New.
I just said that one. Greed Island was so boring. I was watching Hisoka, Gon, and Killua play fucking dodgeball for 4 episodes. It was awful. Chimera arc, it does get better, but again, I don't think that arc was even that good to begin with. It was very good because the show was just boring overall, but Miriam, yes, very well written character, but he cannot carry the whole show. I'm sorry. And even after, like, I know the series isn't done, but even like the whole Dark Continent arc introduction was just like, I've heard so many good things about it, and they didn't even get to the Dark Continent. They're still on the boat. So it felt to me like it was very underwhelming.
So like, what would you say? What rating would you give it if you were like my anime illustrator?
A 5. 5, maybe even a 4.
I mean, how much have you watched?
I got to the second arc, and I'm like,
so York New City. It's
just so boring. I'm so like
York New City is a good arc in my opinion.
Yeah,
York New City was good.
I think that's my favorite arc.
Like if you guys are my not my Hunter x Hunter fans, I apologize. It's not for me.
I don't apologize. Hunter x Hunter fans swear to God that Hunter x Hunter is the epiphany of anime and that is the best anime of all time.
Let us know why you would think it was a 9.5.
Yes,
yeah, like if you agree with the My Anime List rating that it is a 9.05, please comment down below and tell me why you believe that, because I would definitely want to hear like why people think that it deserves that. Now, as for me, I would probably go as far as to give it a 7. It is not a bad show in my opinion, but some parts are definitely better than others. And the overall series, again, taking into account the Dark Continent arc, again, it's not finished, but from what I read, I do believe that the whole entire series in general, I'd probably give it a 7.
I think the whole point of the show is to build up to the Chimera arc, and then what happens will go near the end of the series.
Yeah.
The whole series is a build up for that, and honestly, I stopped caring before the build up. So when the build up happened, I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, the show ends in 10 episodes.
Yeah,
I can't wait for the show to end. That's pretty much what
to be honest with you, like, I did like Gon's character development, but then I felt like it, and like I guess like Killua's character development was good, but what happened was that they just swapped places. Killua became Gon and Gon became Killua because Killua wanted to kill Neferpito after they killed Kite. and Kilo was trying to tell Gon, like, no, don't. So I think Gon's character development was good because he was just some happy-go-lucky kid at the beginning of the show, and for a show like Hunter x Hunter, you really can't, like, you know, a main character like that is kind of like...
I think Hunter x Hunter does a good job displaying the psychological effects of not having, like, a father figure, obviously, with what Gon goes through. You start to see, like, through the beginning of the show that Gon's, like, he comes off as this happy kid, but, like, there's, like, kind of some screws loose.
Yeah, he has problems. Because, like, even, like, small details of, like, when like, it was during the exam arc where Kilo, and Gon's, like, all happy about it. Happy about it and everything. And then you can kind of see that, like, there is trouble within Gon. And I think they do a very good job with showing you little hints about that. And especially, like what Jaden said about him not having a father figure. So I like the character cast of Hunter x Hunter. I do like the idea of Nen and how that it's much more than what you would think it is. It's not broad. There's like a lot more to Nen, and I think Nen's a very unique ability, especially within Shonen. I just think that, like, if the arcs were just had a little more to it, like a little more, like, I'm not saying that every arc has to be like the Chimera arc, because what happens is the Chimera arc and then the Dark Continent arc are kind of like they're building off of each other, so that's a good thing. But I feel like that York New City and Greed Island should have built off of each other and should have been a little more. But I'd probably give it a 7. I might give it an 8 and be generous on a good day, but I think that it's overrated.
Overrated. I give it a 6.
Overrated.
That's crazy.
This
man said I give it a 6. All right, so moving on to our next show, we got Rainbow. I'm gonna butcher this name. Nisha Rokubo no Shinchinin. Now, this is an anime that came out in 2010. It is rated at 850 on my anime list. Now, Chris is not familiar with this anime.
I am not.
First off, let's just say high-ass anime rating, but nobody knows what the show is.
No one knows what the show is. Like, this has a very good score, and for the people who rated this and scored this, you are a GOAT, because this show is so beautifully written and shows you the struggles of Japan after World War II, after the new cap, and this shows the struggles of Japan after World War II and what happened to the children that got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it's just beautifully written, great cast of characters. I cried so much during this, and this show actually is what introduced me to Cold Rain, one of my favorite, rock bands right now too. So that was really cool.
I think the best thing about this show is that it didn't hold back, and due to its setting, you can't afford to hold back. Obviously, like you said, it's during World War II, and there's like corruption going on. And was it a jail or was it like
they were? It was like a reform.
That's what I was.
It was like a reform.
It was like a reform center, but like there's like barely any staff. There's like 2 people running it.
But it's basically a jail though.
And just saying, if you were watching this, if you cannot handle shows with rape and like assault, like harassment and stuff like that, do not watch this show.
Yeah, do not watch this show.
It does not hold back.
This
some characters have to do to get out, and what some characters have to do to sacrifice for the others.
Yeah, it's not like, there is fighting, but it's not bloody in the sense of fighting. It's just very
graphic.
Yeah, very graphic. It's not for, if you're faint of heart, do not watch this show. It's a scene into the core. So definitely watch at your own
risk.
Yeah,
but this show is severely underrated in media hype. Like, I've never come across a person besides Gio that has watched the show. Like, I've never seen.
Yeah, and likewise, I've never met somebody who actually watched Rainbow, and it's very sad because, again, like, it is a very good show. Very great character development throughout each of the characters, and like, you even get a glimpse of each character's backstory, and that's what it does so good. It takes every single character that it introduced, it shows you their backstory, and they all grow together. A lot of series will give you characters, and you'll get like 3 of their backstories, and the other 6 you don't even know about. So I think it does a very good job with really developing its characters within this setting and within the story. And I even read a little bit of the manga after I finished watching it, and I see what happens and everything. Again, beautiful.
Yeah, I have read the manga, but my rating for this was, I think it was a 10. I think I did give the show a 10 because it was just like...
I think I might have given it a 9 or a 10 too, to be honest with you. So I think very underrated.
Yeah, it's a must watch if you like a graphic kind of good story.
If you like seinen, you know, if you're a seinen fan, if you haven't watched Rainbow, definitely watch it.
So.
Now for our final anime that we are going to be doing the My Anime List rating and off of Media Hype is going to be Vinland Saga.
Best for last, baby.
Best for last. This is by far one of my newly favorite scenens. I think that the story was written well. The character development of Thorfinn was great, and just the overall theme of the show was amazing. Now the My Anime List rating is a 8.73.
I
honestly,
think,
compared to what is in the 9s, I think Vinland Saga should be in there.
I honestly think so too.
But that's what I was besides the point. What I was gonna say to make a point is season 1 of Vinland Saga is literally just a prologue, and the prologue of the story is better than like a lot of anime that have long running and are done. Like
absolutely,
Vinland Saga just gets way better than what you've shown in season 1. Like it just keeps getting better.
And you know, again, prologue, Chris is. You're just beginning. I'm on chapter 128, so I'm well into it. Amazing series. At first, I'm gonna admit it, I thought it was overrated. At first, when I first heard about Vinland Saga, everyone was like saying greatest anime ever, like all this stuff. It was very overhyped within the media. But then when I watched it, I was like, I know why this is overrated in the media now. I loved Vinland Saga from start to finish. It was amazing story, character, soundtrack is fucking amazing. Survive said the Prophet.
Side note,
people sleep on that thing.
Side note, whenever me and Gio go out and like we just go chill, we go to the gym or just go for a ride, that is always a song that we blast.
And even people sleep on the ending, Torches by Amir. Amazing fucking song, beautiful.
Show so well.
It really does. Vinland Saga is. I gave it a 10. I gave it a 10.
I had a solid 10 off.
Solid
the board.
10. Like the only other anime at the time that got a rating higher, as high as that, was Berserk. And Berserk and Vinland are my two favorite series all time. Vagabond's in there too, number 3. But Vinland, like if you like Berserk and you never read or watched Vinland, which is very rare because everyone who's watched Berserk has watched or read Vinland.
Everybody who watches or reads Berserk has read Vinland and Vagabond.
Yeah, so like, but if you haven't, you need to get on Vinland Saga because it is a must if you like those type of shows with like combat and war and stuff like that.
And season 2 comes out later this year.
Season 2 comes out later this year too. I cannot wait for
So
that.
whatever you're watching, if it's like One Piece or Naruto,
Give up on it.
Give up on it.
Give up your dreams.
Give up your dreams and die. Listen to Levi for once. Give up your dreams and die.
Just put it on hold, watch the first season, and then jump right back into it. That is what I recommend.
I agree.
I definitely agree. Drop what you're doing now and watch Vinland Saga. And also watch Rainbow. Don't forget about that.
Yes.
Just don't sleep on Rainbow. But that is all we have time for this video. We're going to be doing probably more of these because there's plenty of anime and manga that we could do this stuff on. So we're going to be definitely pushing out more stuff like this. If you guys enjoyed this video and want more of these videos, drop some anime below.
Leave a like.
Tell us your thoughts on.
Tell us how you feel about these anime.
Yeah, basically tell us how you feel about these anime that we just mentioned. Drop more anime down below for us to do, and turn on the noties for any new videos. And we will see you in the next video.
Peace.
Later.